Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Okay. So, guys, today's lesson is authentic materials. So, what do you understand when we say authentic materials, or when you hear the word authentic?
Authentic, right?
Of course.
Authentic means real and something that we can truly depend on without hesitation or something.
Okay, the real things. Yes, let's skip over. Okay, thank you. Any other ideas? No one.
Authentic materials are ones that can be from, for example, in English language teaching or learning, such kind of materials are ones that the native speakers usually use. For example, it can be films, it can be articles. So it's all about natural materials.
Okay, yes, you are right, Johnny. Authentic materials are the materials that are used during teaching the subjects. Yes, they are real things or real life materials that we can bring to our classrooms. So, in simple word, we can say it is like it's not a purpose to teach. The materials are not first a purpose to the teaching or like learning something, but we can easily bring to the lesson, and of course we can use during the teaching some kind of new topics or new things for the students. And of course, authentic materials we can easily use, and it's like I can say necessary. We can use during the English language, because yes, why we learn English language first? The question is, of course, to speak with people. Yes, and of course, to speak with people, what we need? Communication. We need practice. Yes, if we know just theories or grammar of the language and we just read books or write down something, it is not like a helpful way. Yes, of course, because the first purpose of the learning language, not just English, all the languages, the first aim is to communicate. Yes, so to communicate, to use this learned language in everyday life, we need some kind of real world situations or real world materials. Okay, so let's move then. Okay, understandable. Yes, what is authentic materials? Okay, so in simple words, I can again say it's not like a proposed materials that are used to the teaching, but we can bring to the lesson. So, what are the kinds of authentic materials? And we are going to learn one by one what kind of materials we need. So there are different kinds of authentic materials. It's really printed text, different kinds of images, multimedia materials, it's like audio tapes, video tapes, CD, DVDs, and computers. So let me explain. So materials, yes, what we mean when we say materials. It can be like a real life conversations. It can be TV news, yes, or some kind of printed text. It's like books, newspapers. For example, newspapers are not published to in the purpose of the education. Yes, it's like purpose is to give some kind of news for the people. Yes, but we can bring the printed newspapers to the classroom to learn, for example, language. Yes, yes, of course. And it's like in photographs and posters or some kind of brochures we can bring. Yes, to the elementary level. For example, say we will Saturday time. Yes. And with the help of them, we can teach some new words to the elementary or beginners. And the next one is multimedia materials. It's like a widely spread one. Yes, we use always in listenings. Yes, so it's audio tapes, video tapes, CD, DVDs, and computer-based programs. So let's start in each skill. Yes, for example, when we want to teach reading, we can use some kind of articles from the newspaper. newspapers, yes, or magazine articles. And of course, we can bring some kind of books too. So, with the help of these words, we can help students to, for example, learn new vocabulary and do some kind of reading tasks, yes? Okay, and one skill that each, as I've mentioned above, is necessary is speaking, yes? So, to improve our speaking, what kind of authentic materials we can bring to the classroom? Who wants to answer? How do you think?
I believe for the skill of speaking, I think podcasts, different audios from native speakers would be most effective. And also, if we practice in discussions or maybe we organize some activities like auctions, like real life situations, it would be really of a good practice.
Yes, Amina, thank you for your answer. Yes, you are right. So, to improve learners' speaking skills, we can use podcasts, yes, and of course interviews, TV news, yes, because after hearing some kind of words, it can help them, yes, to improve their speaking skills. And what kind of skills? Pronunciation, yes, and fluency, of course.
Comprehension.
Yes, of course. And when they listen a native speaker speech, yes, they try to imitate, yes. And after this, their what? Yes, their speech, pronunciations will be better, yes, because we have, yes, some kind of accents. And in some cases, learners or the students pronounce some words incorrect, yes, and after hearing some kind of maybe musics, maybe some kind of, yes, of course, some speeches, they will correct, yes, their speeches or some kind of mistakes. So, of course, both in to improve and listening and speaking skills, podcasts and some interviews are very useful. Yes. Okay. So if it's understandable, what kind of materials we can use, let's move to the next aspect of the authentic materials. So how we can choose the correct authentic materials for the students. Of course, first of all, we should pay attention to their age. Yes, for example. Yes, of course. First is age. So, for example, if you want to teach kids or children, we can bring some kind of cartoons. Yes, or colorful videos, colorful pictures. Yes, and of course, if you want to teach some kind of teenagers, we can bring podcasts. Yes. Or some kind of musics, yes, of course, speeches. Okay, so and then we should pay attention to their level. Yes, for example, if we bring some kind of speeches, political speeches for kids, it's useless because they don't understand what are they talking, and our authentic material will be useless in this case, of course. So, because of this, we should pay attention to their level, whether they can understand this topic or not. And of course, we should pay attention to the cultural aspect, because, for example, some kind of cultural events or cultural words are not be appropriate to our culture. Yes, for example, when you are choosing some kind of podcasts, yes, popular podcasts or some kind of stars interviews, there may be some kind of curse words. Yes, so it's inappropriate to bring such kind of materials to the group. Yes, so these three aspects are the important ones. So you should pay attention for them, and then you can bring materials after choosing them. Okay, so we know, yes, we learned it from CDs, DVDs, yes, but it's an fashion. Yes, but nowadays